10 years ago, if you had asked me where I would have settled down long term, Portland wouldn't have been my answer. I actually grew up here in Portland, Oregon. I graduated Benson High School in 2006, and like a lot of people who grew up in smaller cities, I couldn't wait to leave. I really wanted to experience bigger cities, have more opportunity, and see what else was out there. So I left Portland and I moved to Seattle for college and eventually spent almost a decade living in San Francisco working in tech. After experiencing some of the biggest and most expensive cities in the country, I ended up moving back home to Portland. And honestly, it turned out to be one of the best decisions I've ever made. If we haven't met before, my name is Stephen Tran. I'm a real estate broker and investor here in the Portland metro area. I'm licensed in the states of Oregon and Washington, and I help people relocate to Portland and Southwest Washington, including Vancouver, Camas, Washougal, and Ridgefield. On this channel, I talk about what it's really like to live in Portland, moving here, and buying real estate in this area. So if you're researching moving to Portland, please make sure to subscribe to my channel because I post weekly videos about living here, relocating here, and what you should know about buying a home in the Portland metro area. Okay, so here's my story. I was born and raised in Portland, Oregon, and after graduating high school in 2006, I moved to Seattle to attend the University of Washington. Seattle was such an amazing place to spend my college years. It felt like a big city compared to Portland at the time, and I loved the energy, the people, and the experience. After graduating, I moved to San Francisco and started working in tech as a software engineer. I ended up spending about 10 years living in San Francisco, and it was an amazing experience for me, being part of the tech industry and surrounded by innovation and incredibly talented people. But over time, I realized something was wrong. Even though I had what most people would consider a great job and a high six-figure salary, owning a home there just didn't feel realistic. The cost of real estate in San Francisco is just on another level. So just to put things into perspective, in San Francisco, the median home price is roughly $1.3 million or more, depending on the area. In my college hometown of Seattle, the median home price is typically around $850,000 to $900,000. But in Portland, the median home price is closer to $520,000. That difference is massive. When I had to move back to Portland because of a family emergency back in 2018, I ended up purchasing a home for my parents to live in. That ended up being my first real estate investment, and that one decision changed my life completely. That one property got me interested in real estate investing, and over time, I ended up purchasing additional properties. At the moment, I currently own about 12 rental units in the Portland metro area, and these properties generate strong cash flow while also building a lot of equity. That simply wouldn't have been possible for me in San Francisco or Seattle. One of the major things that makes Portland really special is its culture. Portland has a personality that's very different from a lot of larger metro areas. The city has an incredible food scene. You have everything from high-end restaurants to food carts that honestly rival restaurants in other cities. Portland also has one of the best coffee cultures in the country. It has an incredible craft brewery scene as well. Farmers markets are all over the city, and there's a strong local business community. It's a city where local businesses actually thrive, and that gives Portland a really unique character. One of the biggest misconceptions about Portland is the weather. People assume that it rains constantly all year round, but actually Portland has a very mild climate. Summers are incredible, temperatures are usually in the 70s and 80s, and humidity is low, so you get these long summer days. People assume it rains constantly all year round, but Portland actually has a very mild climate. The summers here are incredible, temperatures are usually in the 70s and 80s, humidity is low, and you get these long summer days. The fall here stays very comfortable with temperatures in the 50s and 60s, and the fall colors around the city are beautiful. Our winters are relatively mild compared to the rest of the country. Usually we float in the 40s and occasionally in the 50s. And on occasion we have some snow days throughout the year. This year we had none. And in the spring, temperatures warm right back up into the 50s and 60s, flowers start blooming everywhere, and the city really comes back to life. But yes, we do get rain during parts of the year, but it's usually a light drizzle rather than heavy storms. And also, it doesn't rain as much as you think. And when summer arrives, Portland is one of the best places in the country to be. One thing that I fully didn't appreciate until I left Portland is how incredible the access to nature is here. Within about just 90 minutes of the city, you can be at the Oregon coast, you can be skiing on Mount Hood, you can be hiking the waterfalls in the Columbia River Gorge, you can be visiting our various wineries in the Willamette Valley, and even within Portland itself, you have huge parks like Forest Park with miles of hiking trails. That combination of city life and outdoor access is extremely hard to find. And if Portland isn't your vibe, one thing that surprises a lot of people relocating here to the Portland metro area is that it actually extends into Southwest Washington. We have cities like Vancouver, Washington, Camas, Washougal, and Ridgefield, which are just minutes from Portland. One huge advantage of living on the Washington side is affordability. The Vancouver area median home price is typically lower than Portland, which means you can often get a lot more house for your money. Also, at the same time, one big thing is that Washington state has no state income tax, which is another reason many buyers consider living on that side of the river. So really, the Portland and Vancouver region really functions as one combined housing market. For me, personally, the biggest reason I'm happy I moved back to Portland is the opportunity to invest in real estate. Compared to cities like Seattle and San Francisco, Portland still has a much lower entry point for property. That makes it easier to get into investing. At the same time, Portland is still a growing West Coast city, so you still benefit from long-term equity appreciation, and because purchase prices are lower here, it's often much easier to achieve positive cash flow compared to markets like the Bay Area or Seattle. That combination, lower entry price, appreciation potential, and cash flow, allowed me to build my portfolio right here in Portland, Oregon. Portland tends to be a great fit for people who value lifestyle and balance. People who love Portland usually enjoy the access to nature, our great food scene, the outdoor recreation, our local culture, and the community. But Portland might not be the right fit for someone who wants year-round sunshine or the pace of cities like New York or San Francisco. For people who value lifestyle and long-term opportunity though, Portland can be an incredible place to live. So, if you're thinking about moving to Portland or Southwest Washington, that's exactly what I help people here with. Every single year, I work with buyers relocating from all across the country. So if you want help in planning your move, feel free to reach out to me. My phone number is 971-285-2002, and my email is steven@diverserg.com. And also, if you found this video helpful, please make sure to subscribe to the channel. I post weekly videos about living in Portland, moving to Oregon and Southwest Washington, and buying real estate in this area. And if you're thinking about relocating here, comment below and let me know where you're coming from. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.